Hey everybody, SeattleBeats here, and welcome to my new video about why I love the Seattle Seahawks. I may be disabled, be 21 years old, be almost as old as some of the Seahawks players, but even though I'm not able to play, being a part of the Seattle sports community was the best decision that I ever made. Before I moved to Seattle in 2010, I always lived in the South, and as you know, football's really big in the South as well, and it seems to be the main focus of everything down there. So I never thought the passion for sports and football could be any more anyplace else. But when I was here in Seattle 2010 and I became a part of the local sports community here, I saw what true passion was. I always just kind of watched football before, appreciated the sport, but never really had a favorite team. But when I got a part of this local tradition, being a part of the 12th man, what Seattle stands for, the way it brings everybody together, it kind of shocked me. I've never seen anybody feel like that about their team before. Now, I hope you guys feel that way about your teams as well. I've heard a lot of passionate people out there, so I know it's not just me. A lot of people try to say, a lot of stuff for the Seahawks is bandwagoning, but if you've known Seattle, these people supported the Seahawks even when we had negative records. Whenever you're a fan of a team, you support them no matter what their record is. You're there with them if they win the Super Bowl, and you're there with them if they go 2-14. If you can't say that you're going to be like that for your team, then you can't call yourself a fan. If you're a fan of football but undecided to what your favorite team will be, say you live somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, you're going to move here, or you just want to be a fan of this area, you need to give the Seattle Seahawks a chance. Go to a game if you can. I have difficulty getting out a whole lot, so I haven't been to that many, but I've been able to go to a few, at least one I really enjoyed. If you love football but you kind of watch it recreationally like I used to, kind of watch the games and kind of be like, oh, hey, what's on? I wasn't really that hooked to it. But being a part of it, you kind of get a natural high as the probably the best meaning for it. It'll change the way you see football. Going from recreational to diehard fan like I am now, I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought it would be something, I kind of enjoy as a hobby for a little bit. But just come to Seattle, watch a game. You might be surprised what happens. If I had to pick just a few things to say about what I like about the Seahawks, what I've seen from this team that drew me into, compared to different teams I've watched, and I'll say the way I see the teamwork work together, the way I see these players behave off the field as well as on the field. You see, obviously, there's always going to be hot-headed players on different things. It's just kind of what happens. Adrenaline flows when you play football. Sometimes just push comes to shove when you're playing football, but I really like to see, the way players behave off the field compared to how they do on the field. And, I'm going to mention a few names here that you guys are going to know of, but I want you to know that I also support the backups that don't get a whole lot of credit either, and the people that are starters that you don't really talk about but deserve a lot because, the way the teamwork works, so many people get involved. But, people like I've seen with Russell Wilson, the way he helps people, if they're dealing with cancer, the organizations he's a part of, the way he goes, the Seattle Children's Hospital every week. I was in the Seattle Children's Hospital for almost a month. I never had cancer or anything, but with me being in a wheelchair, I had a really bad scoliosis, and I had to get a spinal fusion surgery. I was in surgery for 11 hours. I almost wasn't able to get the surgery because I had just gotten pneumonia before. And, you lose a lot of weight from pneumonia, especially when you're disabled, because it makes you not feel like eating. And I was really worried all the different side effects that could happen for the surgery, but I was in a lot of pain, so I wanted to, deal with it and go through it. And I got through it. I made it through it. I'm a lot healthier now than I was before. I'm obviously still dealing with disability stuff, but kind of knowing the way I felt going through that though, and how much scarier it'd probably be even more for people that have extremely life-threatening things going on like cancer, and he goes there and shows them support. It kind of touches home with me, and I like seeing a player that's so passionate about his sport, but so passionate about the life around his sport, seeing things outside the barriers of the football field and other organizations like, I've seen with Derek Coleman and Richard Sherman and all these these guys, you see them getting involved with the community, pretty much the whole team. I'm just mentioning a few people. You guys are probably aware of their foundations. I really like seeing a team passionate about the community as much as they are of the sport. And then seeing the teamwork of all the people that are involved, even through injuries. Fortunately, Thomas Rawls got lost for the season the other day, and also Jimmy Graham got lost for a year, but people step up, like Luke Wilson and Cooper Helford, and then you got Fred Jackson and Harris taking the place of Rawls, and then you got the way Russell Wilson plays with his wide receivers. Doug Baldwin, one of the most underrated players in the NFL, and honestly, the last few games, he's been the best wide receiver in the NFL, touchdown-wise. People like Jermaine Kearse, Tyler Lockett, these rookies really making a difference, with his kick returning ability and the speed he has, the deep ball threat. All these people, the teamwork across the whole team, how much all these people get involved. People that are totally underrated on defense, like people like Frank Clark. You guys probably don't know who the heck that is, but he makes a huge difference. He's really good at those sacks. And then obviously we got Michael Bennett and Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman on the defense. Like, we got so many people making so many contributions over there. We got, great linebackers making a difference. Bruce Irvin, Wagner, people like that. They make such a big difference, and you see this across the whole team. And that's the main things I'd say why I see the Seahawks differently than any other team I've followed. A lot of teams have foundations, but I'm really impressed with how they don't let the barriers of the football field contain them, how much they do outside of it as well. And before I go with this video, what you guys also got to remember, and I've noticed a lot of people seem to leave these people out, give credit to the coach too, Pete Carroll, having him on our teams, making a big difference back at USC. He always knew how to see the talent and skill in players that some people might not see, and he made that USC team great, and then he brought that skill set here, finding so many players that contribute to our team that may have gone undrafted or may have been players that people wonder, why did they draft him that early? Stuff like that. Pete Carroll sees it, and he knows it, and he believes in those people, and that's why these people want to play so great for him, and that can really make you proud of a coach like that, being able to see players and talent like that outside of just coaching the players as well. That's really cool, and anybody who's proud of their team obviously would love to meet the team. I'd be the same way. I'd love to meet them, maybe go to an open summer training camp, maybe be able to meet some of them. That'd be amazing, but even if not, I'm making this video to show people that football isn't just football. There's way more around it with what these players use their celebrity and fame for outside of just football. And also to acknowledge maybe some of the players that feel like they have gone unacknowledged. I'm going to be sending this video out to every single person on the Seahawks team as a Twitter, so they know that they're acknowledged and that they're making a bigger difference than they could even imagine. The way it's touched people like me that have been disabled, or even people just looking from the outside that aren't disabled. You're making a big difference, and that's why I'm proud to be a Seahawks fan. That's why I'm proud to have a flag on my wall like that. That's what it's all about.
In ending, my question to you is, what is your favorite team and why? Feel free to leave your response in the comment section below, and I'll check it out as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and share. SeattleBeats signing out.